A cheap will can lead to an expensive probate. A lot of people will try to save money on their estate plans by just setting up a very simple will and not doing anything else. And while that's generally going to be better than having no estate plan, it could still lead to a pretty expensive probate down the line. Probate is the process where the court determines where someone's assets should go after they pass away. And a will typically has to go through probate court to be validated after someone passes. And probate often costs thousands of dollars between attorney's fees and court costs, not to mention all the time and energy that goes into it, because probate often takes at least a few months, and sometimes can take many months or even over a year if things are pretty complicated, or if there are disputes between the people who think they have rights to the assets. But if a will is not drafted properly, or it's unclear where things are supposed to go, and even if it is pretty clear where things are supposed to go, it might be unclear what the things are in the first place. If a will is just very open-ended, says that all of my property goes to this person, well, what is that property? How is someone supposed to figure that out? And all of these questions or concerns are going to have to be addressed through probate court, and that takes time and expense. So if someone's going through the trouble of getting a will done in the first place, it definitely should be more thorough than not, if at all possible. And obviously you want to have a professional take a look at it to make sure that it is done properly, because in many cases wills are not done properly and then the court will not honor them. And now all of a sudden that person's wishes might not be carried out. And on top of that, the requirements for creating a valid will differ from state to state. So if someone isn't carefully following the requirements for creating a valid will in that state, that could pose even more problems down the line. So be very careful when creating an estate plan. Even if it's just a simple will, that can cause problems down the line if it's done improperly or if things are left unclear. And there might be other strategies that are more effective for what someone's trying to do, even if they might be more expensive today. Something that might be more expensive today, like setting up a comprehensive trust-based estate plan, might end up saving a lot of money down the line in probate costs, and it would give someone more control over their estate if done properly. So there are lots of different options out there, and the key lesson here is to tread carefully. There are a lot of different estate planning tools out there. They all have their own requirements, and even the simpler tools like a quote-unquote simple will can cause problems down the line if things aren't done properly, and it might not actually cover what you're trying to get done for your estate. Or at the very least, there might be a better option out there that is more tailored to your needs. There isn't really a one-size-fits-all for estate planning. It really depends on what a person is trying to do, and thankfully the law allows for a lot of different tools to try and get that done. And a will is just one of them. Anyways, be sure to subscribe for future estate planning content, and thanks for watching.